Kenny, is it working?
Yeah.
Well,
Keith Philbin's in the front row.
Huh?
Keith Philbin's in the front row. He
See
just
that?
doesn't receive.
It's an important meeting.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up to our council meeting tonight. I call this meeting to order. Can we have a roll call, please?
President Radine,
Here.
Trustee Booth,
Here.
Trustee Carr,
Here.
Trustee Silly,
here,
Trustee Croy. Here. Trustee Cross is excused, Trustee Wilkins,
Yes.
all's present.
Could we all stand for the pledge of allegiance, please?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to read this public conduct and comment statement. Good evening, residents of Dundee. Free expression of all points of view is an important democratic value in this community. To encourage and respect all views, meeting rules will prohibit clapping, booing, or shouts of approval or disagreement from the audience. To allow all persons to speak who wish to do so, each speaker is allowed a maximum of 4 minutes. Please state your name and sign the registration sheet. Direct all comments to the council. If others have expressed your views, you may simply indicate that you agree with the previous speaker. A spokesperson may present the view of a group. No speaker may allot their time to another speaker. We request that all cell phones be shut off or silenced during the meeting. Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the agenda of April 21st, 2026 regular council meeting as printed?
Silly will make a motion to approve the agenda of April 21st, 2026 as printed.
Carr seconds.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none and seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. 5A, is there a motion to approve the minutes of the April 7th, 2026 regular council meeting as printed?
Silly will make a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of April 7th, 2026 as printed.
Go second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none and seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Is Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the April 7th, 2026 Village Council Workshop meeting as printed?
Carr makes a motion to approve the minutes for April 7th, 2026 for the workshop as printed.
Motion to second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none and seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. 5C. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the April 7th, 2026 Village Council closed session as printed?
Wilkins will make a motion to approve the closed session of April 7th, 2026.
Carr seconds.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none and seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. This is 6A, petitions and communications. Is there a motion to accept and place on file the petitions and communications as presented?
Carr makes a motion to accept and put on file the petitions and communications as printed.
Cilio second.
Is there any discussion? There is on my part. I would like to read this. Yep. This is, we've been a sister city with the city in Japan, Chisami. Dasuki Sanyo is the mayor of the city of Chisami in Japan. And 10, 12 years ago, when David Bagno was one of they got all this group together between Japan, our city being a sister city, and Dundee. And a few of the people at that time went to Japan, and then they brought their people back, and I think a few of them went to the baseball game, the Tiger baseball game, and enjoyed themselves, and we showed them around the village and everything. So I'd like to read this letter. And they wanted a motion picture, a small skit or something, and it was gonna cost $1,000, but Ryan and myself, we decided that we could do it for free. So we went out here by the dam and filmed it and sent it to them, because they wanted this as a request because of us being sister cities. So it says, Dear Council President Tim Bordine, CEO Ryan Rudges, thank you very much for sending us the congratulatory video message in honor of Chisami City 20th anniversary merger. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to your thoughtfulness. We recently watched the video message with many guests and city staff at the 20th anniversary ceremony held at the end of March, and we were able to share in that joy. Watching the video, I was reminded once again of the invaluable bonds we have cultivated between our two cities and the spirit of mutual respect and understanding of each other's cultures. Your smile on the screen warmed our hearts here, even from afar, and served as the most encouraging support during this milestone year, making our city's 20th anniversary of incorporation. This friendship, transcending borders, is a great source of joy and hope for us. I sincerely hope that this wonderful sister city relationship will continue to flourish in the years to come. I am proud of the friendship and partnership of our two cities have built, and I intend to cherish this bond forever. I offer my heartfelt prayers for the continued prosperity of the village of Dundee and the good health and happiness of all of its residents. I look forward to your continued kindness and support. Best regards, Dasuki Sanyo, Mayor of Tasami. And I feel the same way for them. Thousands of miles away, and we're alike. Everybody can get along. And I wish the world could be more happier like we are in the Dundee area. And it's good to reach out to Japan and some of their cities. And I'm proud to be a sister city of Tasami. Japan has the mayor is. So now going on to the next one, we can vote. Would you like to read the Old Mill Banquet Rental Report?
It's just for your notes.
Okay, all right.
Just for the council's
All right,
information. It's just a quarterly report, so I don't have to read it.
all right, very
It's on
good.
record.
Yes, it is. Brian, would you want to give any updates on Penfield and Dunham?
Outside of what's in your packet, I got a message today from David Arthur, they're looking to pave Penfield, on May 4th.
Very good. Does anybody want to give a Civic Center update? George?
You can see the pictures that they sent us in the agenda for David Arthur. I have not personally been over there, the last couple of days, but they seem to be having great progress. And he says it's going at a great pace, and the lantern group, they're doing a really good job. So we really think everything's on track.
Yep, that's what I hear too. Thank you very much. So now, could we have well, we don't need a roll call, so let's, all in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. So now we have citizens' comments on agenda items. Are there any citizens that have comments on tonight's agenda items? Any citizen tonight that has comments on tonight's agenda items? I'll say it a third time. Any citizens that have comments on tonight's agenda items? Hearing none and seeing none, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda with the payment of the bills in the amount of $1,215,504?
Who's to make a motion to approve the consent agenda for the amount of $1,215,504?
Silvio, second.
Could we have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Booth,
Yes.
trustee Carr,
Yes.
trustee Silly,
Yes.
trustee Coy. Yes. Trustee Wilkins,
No.
President Bedine.
Yes.
Motion's carried.
There's no unfinished business. So we'll go on to 10A. Is there a motion to approve the request from the Dundee Business Association to designate Toledo Street as one-way during the annual Mayfly Festival, Saturday, June 13th, 2026, from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m.
Carr makes a motion to approve the request from Dundee Area Business Association to designate Toledo Street as a one-way during the Mayfly Festival, Saturday, June 13th, 2026, from 11 a.m. until 12 a.m.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Roll call, I'm sorry, roll call.
Trustee Booth,
Yes.
trustee Carr,
Yes.
trustee Selly,
Yes.
trustee Coy. Yes. Trustee Wilkins.
Yes.
President Bernine.
Yes. B. Is there a motion to approve the request from the Dundee Area Business Association for permission to provide the annual Mayfly Festival fireworks show on June 13th, 2026?
Silly will make a motion, for the Dundee Area Business Association to provide the annual Mayfly fireworks show on June 13th, 2026.
Carr
Second.
Is there any discussion? I'd like to say that this year, the Dundee Area Business Association is going all out with the fireworks show. I think it's the same, company that does mine. Would I be correct in saying that? Yeah, we believe so.
Is that the same company from the last couple of years?
No, it should be a longer show and more entertaining. I got the list of the shots that they'll be shooting off, we all do. So I'm really excited about this year and having a 15, 20-minute show rather than a 5-minute show that people. Yep, we got the sponsors this year too, and it's gonna be a good show, it really is. So I hope everybody here and all around the area shows up. So now, could we have a roll call vote, please, if there's no more, discussion?
Trustee Booth,
Yeah.
trustee Carr,
Yes.
trustee Selly,
Yes.
trustee Coy. Yes. Trustee Wilkins,
Yes.
President Bernine.
Yes,
Motion carried.
I think everybody will be pleased. 10C, is there a motion to approve the request for an in-kind service donation from the village for the annual Mayfly Festival not to exceed $5,000?
What was the make motion to donate to the Mayfly Music Festival, not to exceed $5,000?
Silly will
Second.
second.
Is there any discussion?
So this is an in-kind donation.
Yep, we do this every year, and it's for the extra police protection and, to make sure everybody's safe. And, it works, we've been doing it.
DPW.
Yeah, the DPW,
Yeah.
they'll be, cleaning up and changing, trash barrels and stuff. So it's a good community thing, and I wish the whole town would show up, but it's always a good turnout and fun night. So is there any further discussion? Hearing none and seeing none, let's have a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Booth.
Yeah.
Trustee Carr,
Yes.
trustee Selly,
Yes.
trustee Coy. Yes. Trustee Wilkins,
Yes.
President Bernine.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Now, is there citizens' comments on non-agenda items? Marilyn, first.
Good evening, my name is Marilyn Larson, I'm a resident at 249 South Street in Dundee. I'm just here to remind you that the semi-quincentennial for the United States of America, their 250th birthday, will be this year. And I'm wondering if the council has any ideas to help promote this event through your other organizations like the DDA, DABA, the Old Mill. I know the Dundee Veterans Corporation sponsors the parade, but I think this village council, and I'm also going to address the Dundee Township Board to please.
Yep, thank you, Marilyn.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Are there any other citizens?
This is what pen up here for sign. My name is Kyle Ewing. I'm a resident at 555 Toledo Street here in Dundee. First off, just to get out of the way, I've seen a little bit of information online about potential of a battery storage facility in conjunction with the Cloverleaf data center. I am concerned about a battery storage facility. Just a quick, look online. It looks like there's been 5 major fires that resulted in EPA Superfund cleanups. So more exposure to toxic materials and things like that. So I would be opposed to a battery storage facility. And then just to get that out of the way, my other thing I want to talk about tonight is the trees that were installed on Toledo Street during the big project in 2025 or 2023. I think that bid went to Salvian, I think was the company that did that. I'm not sure who did the landscaping, but the trees are not thriving that they planted. Most of them, they just plopped out the back of a truck and didn't even dig a hole. They just piled mulch on top of them, left them in the burlap. So it looks like about a third of them are dead. I was hoping there was like a warranty or something left in place there. So if there's a way to get a hold of the company that installed those trees. With the Mayfly Fest coming up, I think it'd be nice to have Toledo Street looking as good as possible with going to be a lot of people from out of town coming in. So it'd be cool to have the city looking as good as possible. Yeah, those are my 2 things. So, thank you so much.
Your first name again?
My name is Kyle.
Kyle?
Yeah, last name Ewing, E-W-I-N-G.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Lisa?
Yeah, this is gonna be repetitive. This is mainly for the community on social media. The live stream did not happen at the last meeting. I addressed that there has been an issue with absences on the board. People on social media, most anonymous, of course, are not happy with predominantly 2 of our board members that have not been present for a few meetings in a row. I would like our community to know that Rachel was away serving our country, and for that we should be thanking her instead of questioning her. Lindsay had a beautiful baby that she decided, or the baby decided to come 5 weeks early. She remained in the hospital while learning to be a big girl and breathing on her own and eating. Her mom never left her side, and that should not be an issue either. So anybody on social media, maybe put your name on. If you have an issue, don't be anonymous. You want to be a big mouth.
Thank you, Lisa. Michaela?
There's a pen way under here.
Don't be nervous, just go slow.
I can't promise that. I have a lot to say. All right, my name is Michaela Bogie. I want to talk about the 180 megawatt battery storage facility proposal in the village. The property is currently owned by Arbor Chase Development and is zoned residential. I've heard but not confirmed that offers have been made to purchase property in that area from residents specifically near other Arbor Chase owned properties. I do not want this here. This goes hand in hand with a data center and is actually across the street from where Cloverleaf has their property. It's no surprise that once you get a data center proposal that you also get a battery storage proposal. It happened in Frenchtown and other places as well. I know you want people to stay here until they're 100 like Miss Summer and Mr. DeSmith, and that's what I hope to do. But by allowing these heavy industrial dangerous resource sucks on our farmland, you're forcing lifelong residents to move and farms to be destroyed. I understand that this may be a state issue, but the argument that there's nothing we can do is not a good enough answer for me. There's always something more you can do if you truly care enough. We're counting on our representation, you, the village board, because the 4 people who received letters, the 4 people with property touching or across the street from this land, are township residents. They don't get a village vote, they don't get a say, so please, to everyone here, come to our meetings, the township meetings, and help us fight the data center. The moratorium ends soon, and to the village, I would ask that you put a moratorium on battery storage. You need to align with the township. The data center did not go away when the village said there won't be a data center here. We're still dealing with it and everything that comes with it. Cloverleaf still comes to meetings. They still attempt to communicate with the boards and the citizens. They're still very much actively looking to put a data center in Dundee, and they have option 2 on village property. If you're serious about no data center here, you need to put in a moratorium on data centers as well. I am the chairperson of the Data Center Ordinance Ad Hoc Committee in the township, and we are working together with the Planning Commission and board to get something in place. If anyone on the village board is interested to sit in on a meeting, you're very welcome to. We need to stand together because these things aren't hearsay. DTE gas power plant near Brewer Road and Petersburg Road, data center on Ann Arbor Road and Day Road, and now battery storage on Covell and Lafleur Roads. These are actual proposals. They're coming for Dundee, village or township, and it doesn't matter wherever there's land, and once they're here, it's harder to fight. The fight is now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Richard.
My name is Rick Bramer. I too have something to say about the battery storage. It's, I didn't know other letters were sent out. I own the property right next door to that. I never got a letter. Matter of fact, I was complaining about they weren't cutting the grass, or it was all weeds and stuff and blowing out my lawn. So I went over, talked to the township, said, no, that's the village. They don't even know that my property, they got my property and the property next to the railroad track mixed up. But I own the property right next to where you guys are putting the battery, where they want to put the battery storage thing. And like everybody was saying, nobody wants it, but it's not safe. I'll put my address down here, so maybe you can send me a letter, let me know what's going on. If they do put that in, my property value is going down. So does that mean my taxes are going down, or? I mean, that's not up to you guys, it's up to the township. I'm gonna put my address here. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
My name is Sarah Smith. I live on Mechanic Street, and I will be the briefest I have ever been standing at this podium. I second everything that she said. I hope you all take that into very dire consideration. It is a safety threat to this community.
Thank you. Yeah.
My name is Ann Johnson. I live at 192 Caribou Run, so that's in Dundee Bridge. It's the short section of that road where my backyard faces Stowell. So about a year and a half ago, from a little bit past Dundee Products to the entrance to the sub, there's now a fire hydrant there, thank you. Unfortunately, I'd like to know who dug the ditch that's about 4.5 to 5 feet deep, did whatever sewer work they had to do, and then never put any dirt back in. So I've been complaining because you're coming along there, now all of a sudden, where you're used to there being a grassy spot, and you can't tell the difference once the grass grows, it's a ditch now about 4.5 feet. Well, now the road's giving away. I stopped and took pictures tonight because I have children that live in that sub, and I have concerns about the young drivers, anybody who might just drift. And you've got all this construction traffic now coming down that road. The road is caving. I'd be happy to share pictures. They're a little deceptive as to the depth of that and the fact that it's pavement, it's gone. The road is gone, okay? As far as the data center, of course, I second everything that Michaela has to say. I've lived in states where there's no water. I've lived in states that frack the land all over this country. You guys are gonna screw this thing up. A battery storage? I don't have property, so I wasn't gonna get a letter. I had to find out by somebody putting it on Facebook. I'm a little tired of paying a lot of taxes to this, and I love this little town, 7 years. I love this little town, but I'm a little tired about finding out about these things that could literally kill me by somebody having to post it, a letter on Facebook. I sat over at that other building and listened to that previous township supervisor apologizing for not being transparent or authentic, as he apologized that they've been talking in secret with Cloverfield for a year. Water is life-sustaining. When it's compromised, we all die. Think about your grandchildren for once.
Thank you.
My name is Sharon Lenhart. I live on 13687 Stowell Road, down the street here. And also, I've come to the meeting because I also had to find out about this battery storage project on Facebook. And I live like right across the way from where I could probably see it. One, I don't know if there's a way that we could create something that forces them to notify all the residents, not just 4 residents, when it comes to doing any projects within a 2, 3, 4 mile radius that affects all the residents. Second, obviously, I'm against the battery storage project because I've seen pictures of what they look like all over the United States, and it's a very industrial type project that doesn't belong in that area. And I think that after talking with the developer, her name is Sarah Thronston, I think her name is, Sarah something or other. And I asked her, how would she like it if that battery project was across the street from where she lived? And her answer was like, well, I understand your concern. Well, that's not the answer. The answer is yes or no. Do you want that? And I mean, to me, it's like, I don't even think it's up to the board here or anybody in Dundee, because apparently the state of Michigan, they can go to them, even if we reject it, and the state of Michigan can still allow them to build that battery power project right there where they want to. And I don't know if there's a better way to figure out how to circumvent the state of Michigan's directive to override the township or a city, to come up maybe with something that aligns with their verbiage on maybe putting these things, and they have to be maybe in an industrial area, which this is not, but we align to the state of Michigan to kind of force them away from this area, but put them more in an industrial area. Because I just think it's really crappy that they're gonna come in here, pretend like they're gonna be everybody's friend, and think they're gonna talk to 4 residents about doing something like this, lowering our property values, and I asked her, what do they do about that? Do they compensate us the hundreds of thousands of dollars? And she's like, well, we don't do that. Well, okay, well, I don't think that that's quite the answer, honestly. So I'm just wondering if there's a way that we could align to force them away from this area and push them into a different area. If we have to align with the state of Michigan, because this is gonna be just a disaster. And I may have to consider asking some of the residents to all pitch in, and we might get an attorney if it continues like this. Once this is open, 8 more industrial projects will be chomping at the bit to get into that area as well. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Are there any other citizens who have comments on tonight's non-agenda items? Any other citizens have comments on tonight's non-agenda items? Any other citizens have comments on tonight's non-agenda items? Hearing none and seeing none, we'll move on. I'm gonna do that again. Thank you. We'll be going to the building department reports. Joe Worley, I don't see him here. Is there any update that you would want to give Ryan on that?
Other than the ZBA met for the first time in
Year and a
18
half.
months.
Yeah.
Addressed the roof for the civic center.
Civic Center, yeah. Yep, that's true. The CBA did meet the first time in a year and a half for zoning board of appeals for having a metal roof on our civic center, because it's in a residential area. But it's a government building, and it was passed unanimously that our civic center will be having a steel roof. Randy, you're next with the Dundee Police Department report.
Good evening, council. I'll keep this brief as well. You should have the March report in front of you. Nothing special other than as we seasonally get warmer, there's more traffic, a few more crashes, those kind of things are expected, but nothing out of the ordinary. On social media last week, I posted the golf cart regulations for residents to remember. Not everyone's on social media. If someone would like a copy of that, they can simply stop by the village office during business hours. We'll give them a copy of that as well. People like to use those and utilize that during the summer and warmer months. They're absolutely allowable under certain regulations. Make sure that they're up on those. Those are available both online and at the office. And you did get a memo from me regarding an establishment, and I'll give you an update on that when that deadline passes. Hopefully they get into compliance with everything that we've asked them to do. And that's pretty much all I was going to say about that. Any questions from council tonight?
Any questions, council? How about the good work? Thanks, Randy.
All right, thank you.
Sure. What, you gonna say something about the golf outing coming up?
Yeah, sure. Yes, you're right. May 9th is our 11th annual Dundee Police Golf Outing. Even if you're not golfing, come out and maybe grab a burger and say hi and thank all the people that are coming to sponsor us and play golf and have a good day. And those funds are used for shopping the cop at Christmas, so we appreciate all the support.
Hopefully it'll be a nice 70-degree morning.
I agree. And we kind of go rain or shine, but
Yep.
Danny Flynn would love it if it's a nice day as well. So
Yep.
steak dinner at the end, we look forward to it.
Randy, if we want to donate just outside of the golf, is there?
Sure, the Dundee Dips, the IPS takes donations year round for Shop with the Cop, anytime. It doesn't have to be now, it could be at Christmas if you'd like to. We always welcome that. Thank you. George?
Can you tell me what is the correlation with DIPS and Shop with the Cop?
So the Volunteers in Police Service is a nationally recognized program that we brought here before I came here to allow money raising. Police can't go out and really raise money on duty and things like that. So we use our volunteers and off-duty police officers to do this fundraising at the golf outing and other ways to raise money for Shop with the Cop. So we're not utilizing tax dollars when we do those kind of things. We're using money that we privately raised to do that stuff. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay,
Very good, Randy.
thank you.
Village manager report, Ryan?
Ken and I meet with one company this week to talk about our audio visual system. So we're hoping that that works out well. One thing I'm excited about is I met with Eagle, last week and a half ago. We have an opportunity to get some grant funding for Viking Park to clean that up. Of all the diesel, all the petroleum remediation that has to be done there. The catch is that what it costs to take out, we have to match back into the development of the park. So we're hoping that there's a lot of clay and so forth, so it doesn't seep far. We should be getting those soil test results back hopefully by Memorial Day. So, but there's an opportunity there. The grant match we do have with the DNR would count towards the overall match for cleaning the park.
I agree with you. I hope there is a lot of clay. I walked out there with the chairman of the Parks and Rec, Jacob, and it was pretty soggy, so hopefully the clay is holding the water up rather than just draining down like sand. Because for years it was the railroad and Texaco contaminated the soil, so hopefully we'll get that cleaned up and we can do something with that park. So we'll go on, I guess we'll start with Shirley tonight for nothing, okay? Chuck?
Well, yeah, I really appreciate everyone that shows up tonight. The thing that says, that people say it a lot, it takes a village to create a community. I appreciate everyone here, everyone on the board here. I do resent the fact that people think that we have more power than we really have over data center, the battery storage place. And when you come up and speak, it's like you're angry at us. We're not the people to be angry at. We're just like you. We live in this community. We don't want anything to happen to the water. We find out things sometimes after you do. We don't know too much about the battery thing, and it just, we're all here in a community, and we're trying to do the best we can. All of us. That's all I got.
Howard?
Thank you. I do appreciate everybody that shows up, whether you vet or not, it doesn't matter, but to see people come to these meetings, it means you are concerned, it means that you are worried, if you have worries, but that you're here, and expressing your feelings, and we listen. We can't always answer it, but, we are, as a community here, we are all together. Township, I mean, to me, it's one big family. Yes, this is a village council meeting, but we like to listen to the township people also. I go to all the township meetings, I listen to everything that goes on there, I don't miss a single one as much as I can. And, all the meetings, the planning and Parks and Recs, DDA, I try to make them all. Cause I am concerned, I grew up here when there was only a caution light, so if anybody has seen Dundee change, I have. And some things may be out of our hands, but we're all up here trying to do the best job we can, and Chuck is right, we're no different than you. Just because we sit up here, we were elected to sit up here, and we're all aboard, and we're trying to do the best job possible, and I can respect anybody's views. I will listen, you can call me, you can stop at my shop. I will listen to what you have to say. And I'll write it down, take it serious, and see if we can't come up with a solution. But we're all together in this, you know, And, I personally, no, I don't wanna see it, you know, so, we're just the same as you. We're just up here trying to do a job. But I appreciate everybody being here. And I do respect this council. I think for me, it's the best council that I've been. Have we had to work a few kinks out? Sure we have, but we're getting there, and, I respect everybody up here.
Thanks, Howard. Thank you. Rachel?
Thanks, sir. Thanks to everyone that's in attendance tonight, everyone listening online and watching. Thank you for voicing your concerns. That's how we get the information a lot of times is from you and your concerns, and you bring them to us. That's part of why the system works the way it does, and we need you to continue that. So thank you for that. Thank you, Lisa, again, for your support. I do realize there are times that my service takes me away from the area and keeps me from being able to attend a meeting. But I want people, my hope is that folks understand that that does not equate to a lack of effort on my part or a lack of commitment to this community. I'm extremely committed and proud of my service to both the country and to our community, and being up here gives me a chance to try to do that. And that's exactly what all of us, we've already spoken on it, both you gentlemen already, that's what we're up here to do. So thank you for your efforts to help us do that.
Thank you for your service again, Rachel.
Thank you,
And
Rachel.
you know that anytime you're missing us here, it's too bad it was anonymous to say what they said online and everything, but I know they have a new law in place now that if you would get stationed to Iran or something, that it'd be 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, you could still participate in this meeting. And you're a wonderful asset to this council. I appreciate it, we all do. George?
Thanks everybody for coming out tonight. I do thank you for expressing your concerns about the battery plant, proposing a development. I'm very much on board with the community. Michaela, if you can somehow text us or give us a date for the next data center meeting and time, we'd appreciate it. We have lots and lots going on. It was expressed to me and Rachel were having a conversation, and what we concur about is that sooner or later we are going to get something in the development in the industrial park. It's not going to just sit there forever empty. So we have to be careful about what we invite to join our community. But we also have to know that, you know, Michigan, the heads of Michigan government, they did pass that law, and they somehow and in some ways can override a decision by the local boards and almost force us to allow something. Well, we will do whatever we can, and I promise you that I will support, like tooth and nail, to keep things that I think are dangerous out of our community. And that's just as plain as it can be. And if that means we have to hit the street, we have to get 99 million petitions, that's what we'll do. And I hope you guys believe that. Aside from that, I do want you to know that the fishing club's coming soon, probably about a month. We'll have registration forms in the school and online here probably in the next week. Back to you.
Steve?
Thank you, sir. Yes, I agree with much of what was said up here. I do really appreciate the candid feedback and everybody voicing your opinion. It's very important that we hear it. I would also encourage to email us or reach out to us any way you can. And that's how we learn what the community really wants. And I also agree that I will do what I can to help push that out within the confines that the state has left us with their law. So, thank you.
These last two were very very good explanations. First, I will address it, and I appreciate you showing your concern because we care about it too. We're all Dundee. But we had a really good time for a good effort over at the Old Mill last Saturday for a euchre tournament in the Bill Root Foundation. And I don't know how much money they got, but there's 140 or 50 of us, and we had a great time. And the food was great, and it goes to a good cause because the money that they generate goes to our kids and grandkids and stuff at the school for scholarships. And they hand out 9 or 10 of them. So it was just a great time, good. I love to see the community get together like that. And I'd like to thank Ryan down here. We've had kind of a rough week with this stuff, and he's been spot on, right on it. We made our phone calls to this battery plant and stuff, and it's like what George and Steve are saying, that sometimes you might have to call your legislator, but we're not giving up. We're not giving up on it. And I got a letter here I'm going to read here in a minute. And as far as Kyle Ewing, the trees, they are insured, and it's the best to plant them in the fall, but we'll plant them this spring because we missed it last fall during the stuff. And I'm glad you brought it up because Lisa House was the one that represented the people when we had our town hall meetings here about the street. And I knew once we got Toledo Street done, the rest of the streets we'll take them one or two at a time. And they're doing, you can see what they're doing on the Penfield and Dunham, and it's a great improvement for our town. But I would bet you in the next month you'll see some trees being put up. And thank you for bringing that up, because I walk it and I see it. And then, let's see. The young lady back here in the blue, I'm going to read this letter for all of you here. This is my village president battery storage statement. The village is aware that a private company has contacted residents stating an interest in developing a battery storage facility in the village limits. The village did not pursue this company nor this type of development in general. Now, in November of 2024, the village took a proactive approach to renewable energy and addressed it in our zoning ordinance. Under recent legislation from the state of Michigan, renewable energy siting cannot be banned outright. Under PA 233, local governments in Michigan have 3 general options to regulate energy facilities in their communities. And I'm going to read the 3, and I'm going to explain how we voted on one of the 3. The first one, state level certification from the Michigan Public Service Commission, MPSC. Local governments can defer energy facility proposals to the state for review. Under this option, energy facilities are reviewed and permitted by the MPSC subject to PA 233, plus any MPSC applied rules and conditions. Number 2, adopt a compatible renewable energy ordinance, often called a CREO. This is a permissible option for local review under PA 233. It is implemented by adopting an ordinance that mirrors the PA 233 standards and administers them at the local level according to state requirements. Number 3. Adopt an incompatible but workable local ordinance. Workable ordinances are local energy facility regulations that do not comply with PA 233. Developers are not obligated to follow workable local ordinances and may request a review by the MPSC. However, a developer may follow a workable review process if they find it to be viable, cost-effective pathway to approval. Council elected to pursue a workable ordinance option which included standards that are considered incompatible with PA 233 but are a combination of regulatory best practices and the priorities identified by Council and the Planning Commission when faced with the state legislature's limitations on local control. The Village Council understands that many in our community may feel this type of development does not fit the small town character of our community. Our elected state legislators passed PA 233, limiting local government control over renewable energy. Despite the action of originating in Lansing, we will continue our efforts to ensure that any potential development is not a detriment to Dundee. So we've called the lady too, I think her name was Sarah and stuff, and she has got a lot of complaints, so I suggest you keep calling her and try to, we get the same kind of answers of the people that's called. They know that we don't want them here in Dundee, that they're getting a lot of opposition, and we know that the state legislatures, that's who we should be calling also. But they can go into the industrial section, and Ryan and I took a ride yesterday and seen that they are maybe surveying or putting their stakes down for something. And we'll do all that we can, but help us out here by calling that lady's number and complaining about it, and call your state legislature too, because this is very important for all of us. And that's where I stand with that, and the whole council, and that's why you're here. We don't want it here, so it's worked to some effect that she realizes that the people of Dundee do not want that kind of battery renewable energy plant here. And that's all I have to say on that for right now, and we need to go into closed session. Thank you for coming tonight. Now I need a motion to go into closed session to disclose attorney-client privilege communication.
We'll do the next motion, go into closed session, attorney-client privilege.
Leo second.
Is there any discussion? Let's have a roll call vote, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Trustee Croy. Trustee Williams.
Yes.
President Dyer.
Yes. Okay, we'll take a 5-minute recess. 7-minute recess and then we'll start. Thank you, everybody, for showing up tonight.
Huh?